Alright, let's get this started. Welcome back, everybody who's not here, because I'm all by myself once again. I am Daddy Warcrimes, and this is the Woodworking Show. The Daddy Warcrimes Woodworking Show. I'm not the only woodworking show, if you haven't figured that out yet. And we are missing some graphics, so let's go ahead and try and get those back. Streamlabs, you do make a fine product, but it's a little bit inconsistent at times. So what are we doing? We're still making a spice rack, unfortunately. This is a prolonged and long-term project, but we are certainly coming along. And I do believe what I'm going to attempt next is to bore some holes in here so we can have some retaining wires. So what I got is this 1/8 inch steel wire, and that's going to be bored in above each shelf to help retain these bottles. So to illustrate, these are going to be in here like so, and that wire is going to keep them retained, but we can still pull them out. Alright. And I figure the easiest way I'm going to go about doing this is take my good old-fashioned combination square, line it up straight on the outside of the shelf or the outside of the carcass, and with that on the shelf, resting on the shelf, and just take my awl and put a nice little divot in there, and that'll give me a space to center my drill. Now I don't need these to be like exactly anywhere, it's just I want them to be consistent, is all. This shelf's not playing nicely. I might have some slight variations in the length of the shelves, so I may need to try and flex the sides of the carcass so that it kind of pinches them in. This side could be a little bit tricky, I think, because I got all my tools in the way. See if we can't make do. Yet another reason why I want to get my tools off of this tool holder. All right, those are marked. Start drilling. And for this, got my nice little brand new, actually not new at all, used antique ratcheting egg beater drill. You know what, I should probably consider how much depth I want to have on this. because I don't want to go all the way through. That would be excessive. Let's see, maybe if I have, do I have any masking tape? Don't believe I do. Okay, let's think about this. Tape, tape, tape. How do I not have any masking tape today? Charcoal's not going to help me, that's for sure. Maybe I can use one of these little collars. That should do nicely. Someday I'm going to have to invest in some nice drill bits. That is not today. So I'm not sure if I want to stain this before I put in, glue in the rods, because I'm probably going to use epoxy for that. Now I've heard you can use Type Bond to glue metal to wood. Now that won't help my cause any. Still not quite accustomed to these egg beaters, so it's, they're fairly new to me. I do like them a lot, though. But I do a little bit better with the brace. And of course the cordless electric drill. Which, if that's what you got, no shame in using what you got. But I managed to get myself a couple of these, so that's what I'm going to use. The real trick is going to be figuring out how to actually bend these wires around so that they fit properly. Which I haven't, I've got some ideas, just don't know how to really implement them so that they're all going to be the appropriate length after the bend. There's another trick, is trying to avoid all the wires and cables that I've got running around here. And that should do it for the holes. I don't think I'm going to need this drill after this, so take off this stop collar, put that away. And I put on just a little bit of oil on that drill before I started here, and it's definitely showing. Welcome, viewer. You haven't missed a whole bunch. I just drilled a bunch of holes. But we're here making a spice rack. Feel free to say hello, tell me who you are, because I can't see who you are just yet until you talk to me. So let's take a look at our wire. originally I was planning on 7 shelves. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so I have just enough. They didn't have enough in the appropriate length, so I had to buy one that was a little bit longer. So that will be cut down later. Now I just need something to bend these around, I think. What have I got? Maybe. Always helps to have a spare microphone stand hanging around. So that's how far it's going to stick in. And I think I want the bend, yeah, probably ought to start right as it's coming out of there. I wish I had a good way of doing this. I really don't think I do. And this is just a bit too unwieldy, so scratch that for now. Pliers might come in handy, but I think... Will that work? Yeah, let's try that. Okay, so got a decent bend in there. How am I going to get that working? Okay. So if I put that up against the inside edge here, and then maybe bend this around the outside edge, will that give me a appropriate size? Alright, think that might be okay. I really don't know. I'm at a complete loss here. Okay, but we do need to cut this some. And as far as this guy, I want them to be protruding roughly the same amount after the bend. Which is going to be about there. Okay. So then I need to figure out how to cut this guy. It's probably going to be hacksaw. I don't think I have a great way of holding this down, but I can use, there we go, a nice clamp. Is this going to work? Probably not. How am I going to get that to stay still? Maybe another clamp? Is that the remedy to our ailments? Might be. I might just do the trick. Let's try and be careful not to cut into my square here. There we go, just break it off. And see if this actually works decently.